But it looks like the MCU is heading towards a reboot. We got to talk about it. You refuse to talk about it? What's the deal?
Sure, what's there to talk about?
I disagree with that decision. I think we're in a good place.
Where did he say this, and what did he say exactly?
It would be really cool if I had it written down.
Yes, but that would require you to be slightly profesh.
Which we know I'm not.
Not normally.
Well, that's the AI overview. Refusing that. I'm not going to read that out loud. All right, here is an article from Variety, obviously very famous and respected publication. Marvel plans to recast the X-Men and eventually Tony Stark after Avengers Secret Wars, but reboot is a scary word, says Kevin Feige. In a wide-ranging conversation with press on Friday, Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige confirmed that following the events of 2027's Avengers Secret Wars, the company will recast the superpowered mutants for its upcoming X-Men movie directed by Jake Schreier from Thunderbolts. Many of the actors who starred in the X-Men movies of the 2000s and 2010s are reprising the role. In future films, they're really baiting me here. All right, we're utilizing that story not just to round out the stories we've been telling post-Endgame, just as importantly, and you can also look at the Secret Wars comics for where that takes you. It very much sets us up for the future. Feige said, Endgame literally was about endings, and Secret Wars is about beginnings. But Feige was also careful not to characterize the changes as a reboot. Instead, the executive said Secret Wars will serve as a reset for the MCU. Reboot is a scary word, he said. Reboot can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Reset, singular timeline, we're thinking along those lines. Later, he added, X-Men is where that will happen next. Feige noted that the X-Men comics, with their focus on Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, naturally centered on stories of adolescent characters, indicated... Even more intriguingly, Feige also indicated that other Marvel characters will eventually be recast, including its most iconic roles like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. He pointed to many other film franchises that have done the same thing multiple times over.
Can I see that?
Yeah, and then he said Amy Pascal and David Hyman are now searching for the new James Bond. You gotta scroll out for the thing I just read.
Yeah, even so, they didn't have a specific quote. They were quoting him until that point. And then, more intriguingly, he indicated that they will eventually be recast. And they didn't have a specific quote for him. And he literally said the only people they're recasting right now are X-Men, and that reboot is a scary word. Everyone's taking this as like, oh, after Secret Wars, Tony Stark isn't going to be Robert Downey Jr. I don't believe that. Everyone needs to calm the frick down.
Interesting. So your attitude towards this is calm the frick down.
Yes, my attitude for that is every time anything comes out, almost every single time it's wrong. There was like a tweet that I saw that was like, Sue Storm is like the main lead and like the leader of the Fantastic Four. Like, did that really happen in Fantastic Four? Kinda, maybe, not really. So like everyone was responding to that tweet like, why would they make Sue the lead over Reed? Like, that didn't happen.
No, it was clearly Reed in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess it's fun. It's obviously fun to like theorize and stuff. But I'm not sitting here because people are taking this and they're like, oh my gosh, they're recasting Steve Rogers after Secret Wars. He did not say that. He said he indicated that they might eventually be recast like James Bond.
Obviously, Kevin Feige is somebody that we would have on the podcast in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Right? There's a short list of people that are heartbeat guests. Kevin Feige, James Gunn, Russo brothers, leaders of the industry, some of the most important people in the industry. If we were to have Kevin Feige on the podcast, would you ask him explicitly to clarify that?
Sure. But like, in that article, they're giving us snippets. This was not a video clip where he's like, everyone buckle up. After Secret Wars, we're rebooting the MCU. And that's how everyone's acting.
That is how everybody's acting.
Stop.
In fact, that's how I've been acting. And that's some of the stuff I've written down before even reading that article. So you just think people should learn how to read?
Yeah. You included, brother.
That was
He specifically said we are recasting the X-Men. Of course they're going to recast the X-Men. They're not going to keep the Fox people the entirety of the universe. And then he said, end quote, reboot is a scary word. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I'm staying away from that word. Like...
And reset means it's new beginnings.
Yeah, exactly.
With
We're resetting a lot of these things. We're going to focus on more things. We're going to focus on mutants. We're going to focus on X-Men. That's a reset. That's not we're nuking everything that happened before Endgame and now none of it matters.
What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, they still might do that. I'm not saying it's out of the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that means that they'll focus on the X-Men and they're going to recast those people, and that's a whole other the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Mutant, Magneto, House of M, bullcrap, like whatever the frick you want to do with all of that.
Yeah.
That's a reset.
Yeah.